Introduction to India's independence. Historical overview of colonial rule in India. Early resistance and the rise of nationalism. The British East India Company and early colonial period. Establishment of the British East India Company in the 1600s. Economic exploitation and the impact on Indian society. Early revolts against British rule, such as the Revolt of 1857, the formation of the Indian National Congress, 1885, background and formation of the Indian National Congress, role of the Congress in uniting Indian society against colonial rule, early leaders like Dadabhai Nauroji, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Gopal Krishna Gokhale, the role of Mahatma Gandhi in the independence movement, Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence and civil disobedience, major movements led by Gandhi, non-cooperation, civil disobedience and Quit India movements, Gandhi's influence on the Indian masses and international recognition, key events leading to independence, the Jallianwala Bagh Massacre 1919, the Simon Commission and the Lahore Session 1929, the Dandi March and Salt Satyagraha 1930, the Quit India Movement 1942, role of other freedom fighters and movements, Subhas Chandra Bose and the Indian National Army INA, contributions of Bhagat Singh, Sardar Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru and others, revolutionary activities and regional movements across India, from World War II and its impact on the independence struggle, the impact of World War II on British colonial rule, Cripps Mission 1942 and its failure, the INA trials and the naval mutiny of 1946, the final years of British rule, the Cabinet Mission Plan 1946, communal tensions and the rise of the Muslim League, the decision to partition India and Pakistan, the partition of India and its aftermath, events leading up to the partition, Mountbatten Plan, Radcliffe Line, humanitarian crisis, mass migrations, violence and displacement, impact of partition on the subcontinent, August 15, 1947, India's Independence Day, the Declaration of Independence, celebrations across the country, the first speech by Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, Tryst with Destiny, challenges faced by independent India, the integration of princely states, economic challenges and rebuilding the nation, establishing a democratic framework, the Constitution of India, 1950, legacy and significance of Independence Day, the enduring legacy of the freedom struggle, Independence Day celebrations, traditions and significance, the role of Independence Day in uniting the nation, Independence Day in modern India, how the day is observed in contemporary times, role of media, technology and globalization in Independence Day celebrations, the relevance of Independence Day in the 21st century, contributions of regional movements, role of regional leaders and movements in the freedom struggle, contributions from states like Bengal, Punjab, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, etc., regional literature, culture and its impact on the freedom movement, women in India's independence movement, the role of women leaders like Sarojini Naidu, Kasturba Gandhi and Aruna Asaf Ali, grassroots participation of women in movements and protests, the impact of independence on women's rights and status in society, the impact of independence on Indian society, social reforms and the abolition of colonial-era practices, economic changes and the Green Revolution. Development of education and science in post-independence India. Global influence of India's independence. How India's independence inspired other colonies around the world. India's role in the non-aligned movement. The diplomatic and strategic role of independent India in global politics. Reflections on the freedom struggle. Literary and artistic expressions of the freedom struggle. Films, books and memoirs depicting the struggle for independence. Academic and historical perspectives on the freedom movement. The future of Independence Day in India. How future generations perceive and celebrate Independence Day. The ongoing struggle for social, economic and political freedom in India. The vision for a developed and inclusive India, summing up the journey from colonialism to freedom. The ongoing impact of independence on India's identity and future. Reflections on the sacrifices and achievements of the freedom fighters.